That is really good. This is some kind of winter edition of Red Bull, sugar-free, and it's supposed to be a combo of blueberry and vanilla flavors. This is delicious, absolutely delicious. It tastes to me like either cotton candy or some kind of blue raspberry. But either way, very interesting for Red Bull. Good job. Hey, it's Jay from Sludge Central, and as you see, I have my Christmas lights going on here, and that was a big debacle. I really didn't expect it to be such a big ordeal. I wanted to find my old school Christmas lights, which are the big ceramic bulbs. I have a set from when I was about 13 years old, and I've kept them ever since, and they're the ones that I use basically every year. Of course, I couldn't find them, so I'm looking through my storage unit, which is like a needle in a haystack. Of course, I did not find them. So I said, let me go to Walmart. And I'm in Walmart. It took me about 20 minutes to locate where the actual Christmas lights are. And when I found them, I did not see these old school Christmas lights with the ceramic bulbs. And then finally, I looked up all the way at the top shelf, and they had this huge barrel of them. And it said 100. So then I'm thinking, I think 100 would be overkill. I'm thinking maybe, do they have 20? 20, 30 maybe even. Did not see them anywhere else. The only thing they had, these 100 ceramic bulbs. So now I have 100 of them around the room here. It's appropriate. We are now in the Christmas season with this Winterfest Red Bull. So it is Black Friday, and I'm sure some of you are trying to snag some deals right now, doing some online shopping. I had to just do some laundry and fold clothes, and I find that folding clothes is literally the most dreadful activity of all time for me. I just cannot stand it. Anything laundry related, that is an all-day commitment. And then you just keep going. And then you have to brag about how many loads of laundry you did. It's too mind-numbing for me that a couple of inhalations of your new fancy laundry detergent, the Fresh Spring, Juniper Breeze, whatever the heck it is, not enough. The juice ain't worth the squeeze there. Just remember what my idol Pete Venkman would have said. There's not just one level of laundry. There's not just clean and dirty. There are many subtle levels. Before we get to the big topic for tonight, which is the catalogs for this holiday season. But first, let's talk about mothballs. How do you guys feel about mothballs? Any mothball people out there? Reason why I ask is because I don't mind the smell of mothballs. It's not like I really want to go intentionally inhale it. I really don't mind that scent at all. It is very weird. Surprisingly, a lot of people don't know what mothballs are. You'd be surprised. Take a poll randomly. Just ask 10 people. It's interesting what you find out about mothball knowledge. So if you haven't smelled one, it has kind of a strong odor, but it's very unique. It's very unique New York. So before we get into everything, let's get to some news topics. Big news from Hollywood Studios at Disney World. Muppetvision 3D is closing, which I thought a lot of us saw coming. Although, to make everybody feel better, we're going to rebrand the Aerosmith Rock and Roller Coaster with the Muppets. And I have to say, I didn't read any of the articles. I just read the headlines, and that was enough for me to be semi-okay with losing Muppetvision 3D. I mean, I've experienced it many times. I understand these things have to go away. There's so many rides from when I was a kid that I'm never going to be able to go on again. But with the magic of YouTube, I can relive 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea and some of these other rides. So I'll have to just live with it. And if they can give us, I don't know if they said this, if they can give us Electric Mayhem as the theme, I don't know if they went that specific. I just saw that they are rebranding with the Muppets. So if it's Electric Mayhem, that would be awesome. That's how I'm reading it. I mean, you have a rock and roller coaster. You want to use one of the most famous Muppet bands next to the River Bottom Nightmare Band. The River Bottom Nightmare Band. So kind of sad news, but decent news at the same time. So it's trying to cancel each other out. Some stuff I watched recently related to Disney, actually. Mickey's Christmas Tales from 2023. And this was a Christmas special on Disney Plus. Totally passed me by, but I watched it and I thought it was phenomenal. It was like a stop motion type of animation. Oh my, it's good. It's so good. I really enjoyed it. Very much a throwback feel to it. kind of like that Rankin Bass type of style. So I was really, really digging it. Had a really cool nostalgic feel about it. And I love the look of the characters because it just reminds me of the character design from the 80s. I don't know if they do that intentionally, but it feels like you're in a world where the characters that walk around the parks and appear at the different character breakfasts and whatnot, it feels like those are the characters in this show. So I have something to add to my annual viewing of Mickey's Christmas Carol. Their forces combined. I want to talk about some snacks. We've got this new popcorn coming out, PB&J popcorn on the way with Smucker's grape and Jif peanut butter. So this is right up my alley. And I mean, this show is obviously just devolved into a show about exclusively peanut butter and grape jelly. So now that there's a popcorn flavored with grape jelly, I have to try it. I'm very stoked for this now. But with that said, let's get into the catalogs. This is why we're here tonight. So we got Amazon and Target catalogs that we're going to take a look at. These came... Okay, these came from the mailbox. They actually mail these in the regular mail, which is a novel idea. I have to say that these are hideously inferior to the catalogs from back in the day. Whether they're 70s, 80s, 90s, the catalogs were just unbeatable. I mean, you can go back and thumb through them, and that's a hell of a way to spend time. Let's say you just select a random year, you start thumbing through the catalog, whether it's digital or IRL. Just pick a year, dive in, everything from phones to fishing gear to MILF lingerie. It's all here. And the USS flag. The two stores that I really buy things from are Amazon and Target, so I figured this really works out that they're both trying, at least, to do these catalogs and keep that whole gimmick alive. And I have to give them credit because they're really trying. I don't know if either one really hits the mark, the mean Mark Calloway. So, I mean, like, they got cool... Amazon has some stuff. They got, like, these gift stickers where you put the name tag on there. So, I mean, they really are trying. There's some little... There's, I don't know, one of these babies, whatever the hell that is. So I think it's kind of cool, and it is pretty nicer cardstock than just a crappy paper. So it is very luxurious for a catalog, and it's kind of got that digest size, trade paperback sort of. Over the past several years, they've really been trying to put these over, so I do give them credit. But the one thing that it just doesn't make any sense for me, it's just so random. They just throw a bunch of things on a page. You'll be looking at a page. There's no rhyme or reason about like what's happening on it. Like, why are these things together? Makes no sense. It's just a bunch of random things. You're just wondering why they're categorized the way they are. But they're just really just floating around the pages. Yeah, completely gone are the days where these intricate displays were created. Shit. In a studio with backgrounds and artistry and lighting, these movie quality photo shoots for one still photo in a catalog. That it's just not happening anymore. It was a huge undertaking. So yeah, this Amazon catalog, it's like the holiday catalog version of a lottery blower machine, and I don't really know the official name of what they're called. What was that? What was that?
It's a gravity pick machine.
A gravity pick machine?
Yeah, gravity pick machine.
I was just talking to my producer over there. The gravity pick machine. I like the lottery blower machine that I made up much better. So yeah, Amazon, nice try, but no way. Ain't working out. You're out of here. And my Tower of Terror mug. Target. I'm already like an obsessive Target person. I'm always at Target. I'm at Target like twice a week. And I'm not just like trying to be biased, but they did have a slightly better catalog. There's just some offerings that I feel need to be talked about. These are not things that I'm going to be saying, I want for Christmas myself. They're not going to be on my list. But if I was, say, 7 or 8 years old, I may have these on my list for particular reasons. So first off, we have Barbie, Danielle's first job, Target. It's weird how it's like that's the name of the toy, Barbie, Danielle's first job, Target. It sounds so weird. But if you say Barbie, Danielle's first job, Target. Because it could be Danielle's first job, Staples, right? Danielle's first job, Chipotle, right? That's what I'm assuming. I mean, I have no backing on that. Danielle, I mean, I don't need the doll. I didn't even know who Danielle was, but now I know Danielle's a character in the world of Barbie. But I would definitely incorporate this whole setup, the Target setup, into my action figure scenarios. It's got the whole display stand and Targetness of everything. It's a whole Target playset for your action figures. So if you want a scene where they're shopping at Target, this is what you need. Next is this Target toy shopping cart. But then there's the Target toy check lane. So you could like check out. You could pretend to have your own Target checkout session at home, in the comfort of your own home. You could just imagine being Target lady. Hooray! But yes, I am completely obsessed with Target. So this is the kind of dopey shit that is right up my alley. There's this one. I can't with this one at how cute this one is. It's this Stacking Fun hamburger. It's actually called the Stacking Fun hamburger. If this is not the damn cutest thing you have ever seen in your life, with that big smile on that goofy ass sesame seed bun, I love this thing. Who doesn't want the smiling hamburger that you stack all the ingredients on? That's the thing. That's the best. And this is why I love Target, because they highlight this as a very big selling point. All kids are going to want this smiling, stacking hamburger. So much fun, especially when you have fake food involved. And right directly underneath, all you got to do is look down. That's me from 1986. Oh man, I've been having my eyes on this thing. Like, again, I don't want it. I just look at it because it's so cool looking. It's the Star Wars Darth Vader bot. It's enormous and it lights up and it makes noise. Every time I'm in the store, I see this. It's very expensive. It's like a Mecha Vader. It's so bananas. It's not quite as huge as my Jack's Big Fig that I have, the big giant Darth Vader, which I love. It totally rules. Oh man, look at this. As a kid, I was obsessed with these play kitchens. Don't ask me why. It's not like I became this like chef that likes to cook gourmet meals or anything. I mean, I enjoy doing that. But as a kid, I found it to be so much fun to pretend that you had this as your own. Like this was my kitchen where I could do whatever the hell I wanted and just hang out. This one in particular, the Style Collection, Fresh Prep Gourmet Kitchen, which is a better title than that other one we heard before. But straight out of the 60s, look at this thing. It's straight out of an issue of Better Homes and Gardens magazine. It's freaking cool. But what is she trying to cook? That's what I'm trying to figure this out. If you really look closely, it looks like she's frying up, maybe, like at first I thought it was a pile of veggies, but then I keep looking and like zooming in more. And I'm like, no, it's a steaming green glob. Yes, it looks like a pile of slime. And then there's a fridge and a sink and a stove and a microwave and everything you need to pull off an amazing spread. Or if you're having dinner guests, very important dinner guests, like The Undertaker. Yeah, I already have the Lucha Lowrider and the Demogorgon and Skeletor, which I love. I think the ultimate, though, are these light-up tunnels and forts. Who doesn't love a good fort? I loved building forts as a kid. But I didn't have a pre-made, pre-lit fort and tunnel system that I just had to assemble very easily. What I had was to just wait around until one day when my dad decides to throw away 3 to 4 very large, enormous cardboard boxes. And coincidentally had to be the same day that my mother just washed 3 to 4 super clean, fresh smelling, freshly laundered blankets. But yeah, a neon drenched tunnel and fort setup, that rocks. I'm totally in. And if they had adult ones, I would definitely have them without question. All right, so yeah, Target wins this round. But yeah, I give credit to both Amazon and Target. Nice job. Thanks for hanging out with me here at Sludge Central. This is Jay, signing off.